I'm Reese.
And I'm Daya.
And we are
Literally Dead.
Coming at you with a short one, aka a Fright Bite, to talk about the brand new
Bone Temple, 28 years later.
Yes, the second in this trilogy.
As you know, I'm like obsessed with zombie movies. I watch them constantly, and even though this is technically not a zombie movie, it counts. And I was obsessed with the 28 years later that came out last year, and I knew that I would have to go and watch this film and that I would love it, and I did. This is a spoiler-free review, by the way, so you're safe.
Go watch it.
You're safe.
We like to do these with new films. We don't want to spoil them because we want people to support cinemas and
go and see the film. Mm-hmm. Cinema's only going to die if you let it.
So this is us just sort of giving you our opinions, and maybe it will help convince you or maybe unconvince you to go.
I will say multiple people who knows me and know how obsessed I am with this like franchise have come at me and like, oh, have you seen the movie? Like, let's talk about it. And I'm like, no, I haven't, because I was waiting to see it with you. And then my For You page knew that I was obsessed with this film, so like they were just sending me reviews and clips and reviews, and I was like scrolling past.
Just wait. I'm not ready.
I wasn't, but we watched it today. We literally just got back from watching it.
Yeah, the first weekend since the film's been out.
Yes. And it follows the same characters as the first 28 years later, and some new additions.
Yeah, things we can say without spoiling it. I will say it was said, and it was definitely delivered, that this film focuses more on the evil of man.
Yeah, definitely. The ending has some controversial characters that you probably shouldn't be dressing up as to go and see the movie.
Yeah, obviously if you watched the first film, which I hope you did, you'll know that there's a interesting character introduced at the end.
Are we allowed to spoil the first movie or not?
We won't spoil too much, but there's an interesting eccentric character named Jimmy.
Yeah.
Who dresses kind of like Jimmy Savile.
He models his image after famous paedophile Jimmy Savile.
Yeah, and he seems to have built his entire life and ideology inspired by things he saw as a kid, because it's shown that he was a child at the beginning of this sort of zombie apocalypse. So, not zombie.
You have a lot of Christian imagery, you have Teletubbies, and you have Power Rangers, and also Jimmy Savile.
Yes. And I think that whether directly or indirectly, it's a lot of commentary on religion and cults, etc.
Definitely. I think it introduces some interesting concepts about the world, how people have perceived the rage virus, and how they've used their knowledge at the time to cope with what was happening to them and what was happening to others.
Yeah, the way that people are stunted.
Mentally.
But also, there's sort of a line towards the end of the film, again, not spoiling much, but speaks about looking at history and things that have been done in the past, and how they repeat themselves. I guess you could say things like fascism, etc. More importantly, seeing how this character kind of builds a religion.
Yeah.
In this new age that just like from the ground again. And it's like, because religion is gone. There's not enough people left in England to sort of keep, uphold it to
and
its
the people
fullest.
who are alive probably think God is dead, considering what's happening to them.
But then there you go. You see another church rising, pillaging and doing evil things. And it's like, history will repeat itself.
History will repeat itself. Yes. What did you give this film out of 5?
I give it a 4.5.
Okay.
I will say, I can't remember. I'd have to go back and watch the video, but I think I gave the film before this a 4.
Yeah.
I do think this was a 0.5 better for me. Maybe because it's obviously the middle film in the trilogy. So it's very packed full of information and things happening. Whereas the first film felt a little unfinished for me towards the end.
Yeah.
I think this film has a far better ending. I think towards the end of this film is better than the first film. The first film, is a bit stronger all throughout. Like I said, I fall for the first film. It's only a 0.5 difference, but I just think that it had fun that we were missing.
Yeah.
That kind of exists in kind of like the first film.
Yeah.
So my favorite things about the original 28 Days Later was some of the camp scenes and decor that they had. Like one scene I'll talk about is that there's a high-rise building and it's been sort of caged off down the stairs to the building with like trolleys. And
this is in 28 Days Later.
That's what I was saying.
Oh, sorry.
And the objects blocking the stairs. And it was just very fun and camp setting to sort of have. And we were missing that in 28 Years Later. But in Bone Temple, I feel like we kind of got a touch of seeing some of those sights and scenes again. And that was what I was kind of missing.
Okay.
I kind of liked it. Yeah. I will say both films are great, but it had that little campy edge from the original Days Later.
Okay.
In my opinion.
I gave it a 4. I liked it the same amount as I liked the 28 years. I think that what really didn't push it over the edge for me was the opening. I didn't think it was as impactful as the opening from the first one. You know what I mean? The first one of the new films. I keep saying the first one like 28 years, but like, I mean 28 days, but I mean 28 years
the
when I say
first of
that.
the trilogy, yeah.
Yeah. I did really like it. I thought that the concepts introduced and then expanded upon, like a lot of the concept of growing up and becoming a man is a big part of the first movie. And I think that that's really pushed in this one as well. But then there are new concepts introduced as well that I liked. The thing is like the 28 movies have these like scenes of serenity and like peace in them. Well, most of them do. Not 28 Weeks, but that movie's a pile of dog shit. And that really kind of... it elevates it above like a typical like run and gun American zombie film, which I really liked. It's very thoughtful and at points meditative, and I really liked that they kept with that during this film as well.
Yeah.
I will say, I think that the ending is very different to the first ending, right? But I think it does still serve the same function as the ending to 28 Years. And that is just to get you to watch the next movie.
Yeah, it entices your excitement.
Because adding that last like 5 minutes, like 2 minutes.
Like 3.
Yeah.
At most.
2 or 3 minutes. It just makes the film feel like a part of something as opposed to a standalone piece. Mm-hmm. Because let's say you cut that off, then I think that they could stand as 2 films, like a duology. Mm-hmm. But by adding that, you've done the same thing that you've done in the first film where it's like, oh, there's another one coming. Which is fine because I love, like, make more unique, make more zombie and zombie adjacent films, make more horror. I love it. I'll eat it up. Yeah. I'll go to the cinema. I went and saw the first one 3 times in the cinema last year. Mm-hmm. And I'll probably go and see this one 3 times as well.
I love the character Spike. And I love, obviously, the running, storyline between these 3 films is following Spike. He seems to be our closest thing to a main character, even though we get a buttload of eccentric
Ray
and
Fiennes
interesting.
is more like the main character in this one, which I thought was really interesting.
He definitely does take far more prominence. But I think the story is about everything that Spike is experiencing.
Yeah.
It seems to revolve around him and the events happening adjacent to him, etc. And I like that these films, at least so far, have just been like segments of his life. Yeah. And you had the beginning of his sort of like becoming a man journey, and this is sort of the middle with him dealing with the group that he deals with. You have to watch it to see. And then the next film, interesting to see where he finishes his story.
Definitely.
And it's quite satisfying to have that kind of like through character while also spending so much time with other people's lives and seeing their stories begin and end. Some quite beautifully, some quite tragic. Yeah, I think it's... I like it.
And we get the burgeoning of new characters, which I think is so interesting. I'm very much looking forward to seeing them. Almost more than I'm looking forward to seeing some old characters that will be making a return, to be honest with you.
Possibly.
I think that this film is, like, I think it's hard to watch on its own, if that makes sense. If you've seen the first one, then you get it. But when I buy them as on DVD or Blu-ray, I probably won't just pick up Bone Temple and watch that one on my own. I'd probably watch, like, 28 Years, Bone Temple, and then the third one.
You could probably watch 28 Years on its own.
Probably.
But Bone Temple is very much a sandwich between the trilogy.
Definitely. But it's a good feeling and I love it. Mm-hmm. And is that everything we have to say?
Yeah. Like as I said, 4.5 and you give it a 4.
Yeah.
Which means we definitely think you should go watch it. Especially if you watch the first one in the trilogy. It's very good. I know a lot of people like this one a lot or prefer it than the first one. But they're only so good because of each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Follow us, like us, subscribe to our channel, rate our podcast. We are wherever you get your podcasts. We are on YouTube, Instagram and TikTok. And you will see us next time.
Thank you for listening.
Bye.
Bye.